Toonimals animation. Hey, creature adventurers! It's me, Chris! Are you ready for an amazing adventure to one of the most powerful places on Earth? Today, we're exploring the incredible Niagara Falls. Imagine a giant supersized bathtub faucet that never ever turns off. That's Niagara Falls. It's a group of 3 gigantic waterfalls right on the border between the United States and Canada. The water thunders down with a roar so loud you can feel it in your toes. It's a place where nature shows off its incredible power, and it's home to some awesome creatures who have adapted to this wild and wet world. So grab your creature power vests and get ready to get soaked. Look at that! The water is a beautiful bright green color. Why is that? It's not because someone spilled a giant bottle of lime soda. It's because the fast-moving river grinds up rocks and minerals from the riverbed, turning them into tiny particles called rock flour. These particles float in the water and reflect the sunlight, giving the river its stunning emerald hue. Wow! Let's talk about power. Every single second, enough water to fill over 1 million bathtubs goes crashing over Niagara Falls. That's a mind-boggling amount of water. This incredible force is not just for show, it's one of nature's greatest power sources. The energy from all that falling water is captured and used to create electricity, a process called hydroelectric power. This clean energy helps power lights, computers, creature power suits, United States, Canada. It's like the falls are a giant natural battery that never runs out of juice. It's a fantastic example of how we can work with nature. This amazing natural wonder wasn't always here. It was created by glaciers during the last ice age, about 12,000 years ago. As these giant glaciers melted, they released enormous amounts of water that formed the Great Lakes. The falls are also moving. The force of the water is constantly eroding the rock at the edge of the falls. This means that Niagara Falls is slowly moving backward, upstream, at a rate of about 1 foot per year. Living near a place as loud and powerful as Niagara Falls requires some special creature powers. Let's check out some of the local residents. Look over there, in the woods just beyond the mist. A beautiful white-tailed deer is gracefully munching on some leaves. They know to respect the power of this mighty river, always staying a safe distance from the rushing currents. Down by the riverbank, we spot a family of raccoons. These masked marvels are incredibly clever and adaptable. They use their nimble little hands, which look like tiny human hands, to wash their food in the river before eating it. "Ooh, a treasure," he seems to say, turning it over and over in his paws before realizing it's not a snack and tossing it aside with a huff. These critters are the ultimate survivors. Of course, we can't forget the squirrels. Eastern gray squirrels are everywhere, leaping from branch to branch with amazing agility. Their bushy tails aren't just for looks, they use them for balance when they're running along thin branches and even as a parachute if they fall. One is currently having a very serious argument with a blue jay over a misplaced acorn. Soaring high above the gorge is a peregrine falcon, one of the fastest animals on the planet. When they dive for prey, they can reach speeds of over 200 miles per hour. These magnificent birds of prey love nesting on the high cliffs of the Niagara Gorge because it gives them a perfect vantage point for spotting their next meal. What an incredible display of creature power, right here in this amazing habitat. What's that shimmering in the air? It's a rainbow. On any sunny day at Niagara Falls, the constant mist acts like millions of tiny prisms. When sunlight shines through these water droplets, it splits the light into all the colors of the spectrum, creating a beautiful, vibrant rainbow. Sometimes, if you're really lucky, you might even see a double rainbow. This magical mist doesn't just create rainbows, it creates a whole unique environment called a mist forest. All the extra moisture in the air allows special plants, mosses, ferns, to grow here that you wouldn't find just a little way away from the falls. A little deer fawn peeks out from the ferns, its spots helping it blend in perfectly. It looks up as a drop of water from a leaf lands on its nose, making it wiggle its ears in surprise. People have been amazed by the falls for centuries. The native peoples who lived here long ago had many legends about the falls and the powerful spirits they believed lived in the mist. One of the most famous legends is about the Maid of the Mist. Today, you can still feel that sense of wonder and magic. A little squirrel, perched on a railing, looks out at the rainbow. "Whoa," he chatters in awe. "It looks like a giant, colorful slide. I wonder if it goes all the way to a mountain of acorns." Even the creatures here seem to appreciate the beauty around them. What's going on under all that churning, roaring water? Let's dive in. Take a look at the incredible fish who call the Niagara River home. The water here is full of oxygen because of all the tumbling and splashing, which is great for fish. You can find species like bass trout salmon. These fish are powerful swimmers, built to handle the strong currents. They hunt for smaller fish, insects in the calmer pools and eddies away from the main channel. One of the most amazing stories is that of the American eel. These incredible fish are born way out in the Atlantic Ocean, in a place called the Sargasso Sea. As tiny see-through baby eels, they travel thousands of miles to freshwater rivers like the Niagara. But how do they get past the giant waterfalls? Scientists discovered that these slippery creatures can actually leave the water and wriggle over wet rocks and grass to get around the falls. Talk about an all-terrain animal. Of course, surviving at the bottom of Niagara Falls isn't easy. However, some tough customers, like the lake sturgeon, can be found in the deep, powerful waters downstream. As the sun sets, a whole new kind of magic begins at Niagara Falls. Does the show stop when it gets dark? No way! Every single night of the year, giant, powerful spotlights are aimed at the waterfalls. The falls are painted in brilliant shades of red, blue, green, yellow, purple. The colors slowly change and blend into one another, making it look like a giant liquid light show. The creatures of the night start to emerge, their world illuminated by this colorful glow. A family of raccoons comes out to forage along the riverbank, their masks making them look like little bandits on a secret mission. A great horned owl hoots from a high branch, its silhouette framed against the glowing mist. A little bat zips through the air, catching insects attracted to the lights. The glowing colors make the mist swirl and dance in mysterious ways. It looks like a magical potion being brewed in a giant cauldron, with clouds of colorful steam rising into the night sky. On special occasions, there are even fireworks. Imagine brilliant bursts of light exploding in the sky, with the colorful, glowing waterfalls as the backdrop. Whoa, too much excitement for one night. He might chatter before snuggling back down to sleep. What an incredible adventure. We've seen the mighty power of Niagara Falls, from the thundering water that carves the rock to the hydroelectricity that powers our homes. We've learned that this amazing landmark was created by ancient glaciers and is still changing every single day. We explored how the constant mist creates a magical world, rainbows, lush green forests, providing a perfect home for so many amazing animals. Remember the fun facts we discovered? The green color of the water comes from rock flour. The falls are moving backward about a foot every year, and every night they light up in a beautiful display of colors. Niagara Falls isn't just a pretty sight, it's a place of science, history, and incredible animal life. So keep on creature adventuring. Always be curious, ask questions, and never stop exploring the wild world around you. We'll see you on the creature trail.